Hello, I'm Nat Quayle Nelson. I'm a writer and a programmer. I've released 2 visual novels on Steam. I make zines. I'm an alum of the Recurse Center, an open source coding retreat, and I've contributed to a bunch of different open source software projects. Now that my resume is out of the way, I want to talk to you about Blades of Exile. If you're watching this video, you might already know and love Blades of Exile. If that's the case, you can skip ahead. In 1997, Jeff Vogel of Spiderweb Software released Blades of Exile, a computer RPG which came with 3 standalone fantasy adventures. BoE came with a visual editor, which let players create their own adventures or scenarios using node-based logic. No coding was required, which made fantasy adventure making accessible to a wide range of creative nerds who wouldn't otherwise have had the opportunity. It was hugely successful, and the community created at least 127 adventures over the course of several years, managing their own forum where they helped each other learn to use the editor, critiqued each other's adventures, and elevated the best ones. 10 years after its release, BoE no longer ran on modern operating systems. Vogel released the BoE source code to the community so they could maintain it and make it their own. Some big strides have been made towards that, but the road has been rocky, and as of now, there is not a stable, playable build of Open BoE for modern computers. These volunteers poured a massive amount of love and hard work into Open BoE, but the journey is far from over. I think the project needs a hero. A chosen one.
You're being an asshat.
Okay, I think the project needs a dedicated programmer to see it through to the 2.0 milestone. If we can get Open BoE to that point, we will be preserving the game's classic 3 scenarios by Vogel, plus up to 127 user-made scenarios from the game's heyday. And we will be resurrecting the editor, potentially reopening the door for new scenarios to be made. My day job is as a high school teacher's aide. That means a month from now, I'll have a lot of free time. My plan with any money I can crowdfund is to work on Open BoE at the same hourly rate as my day job. The more money you give me, the more hours I can put in. I hope I'll earn enough to support a development cycle of at least 2 months. I've already contributed to Open BoE, so I know a little bit of what to expect. Once I know how much support is out there for this project, I'll write a comprehensive plan for how to spend the time, with an ultimate goal of making Open BoE 2.0 available for Mac, Windows, and Linux, with Jeff Vogel's 3 base scenarios fully playable and bug-tested. I'll also work with the project maintainer on improving the build process so that other volunteers can get involved more easily in the future.
Don't you think there are more important things you could be doing with your time?
That's a great point. I know there are a lot of urgent causes you could be donating to, and you should. But I'm not just trying to live in a nostalgic fantasy land. I think preserving gaming history and sustaining free, open-source gaming is genuinely important. But if you support this project, I promise I will pay it forward in other ways. Thanks for hearing me out.